Alright, I'll try to be as expedient as possible, because wasting a lot of time adds, like, editing time, so I'll just go through here. Alright, so he burns himself out very quickly within, like, 10 seconds or so. Nice, strong, great like, he gets away with a fake drive rush here that wasn't DP'd, would have been a great chance to EXDP, wouldn't have lost any ground. Great DI on the fireball cancel, that would have beat his fireball cancel, that would have beat his Jinrai, etc., so that was strong. Your combo choice afterwards was what? Did you just do, like, crouch fierce, crouch strong? Yeah, that's fine. That's pretty normal. In this instance, how much drive gauge did he have after that fact? Yeah, you couldn't have burnt him out immediately, so I think just taking a regular hit and then just applying pressure afterwards. He EXDPs, so at this point you're at an advantageous situation. Bad jump gets DP'd, and now you're getting clipped by that. So that is also disadvantageous position. So this, you know, minor mistakes, arguably, on defensive habits. And then I think you're a bit worried about his level 1 tendencies, but you do have plenty of drive gauge to start forcing some scenarios to happen or moving across the screen. You don't do any raw spiral arrows here. You get one dive kick, which you convert nicely, but you could have spent drive gauge on that. And if you had done drive gauge plus a level 1, you could have cornered him off of that, and then you would make you'd have a very strong position where you could harass him and probably land a DI before the end of his burnout. If you had spent gotten off of this dive kick conversion, done drive rush, stand jab, stand fierce, target combo level 1. Let's see, at this spacing, which is about like wherever from the corner here, maybe about here is where it hit. Would have gotten the corner, etc. So at full drive gauge and with 1 bar of super, that probably would have been a valuable thing to do. Let's see. Got hit on a little bit of a stutter step, like a little bit of a delay, and then he hits a delay crouch jab effectively there. Again, you're giving him some space to do a level 1, but then you're getting hit by his counterpunch options. Some of these are just bad luck, etc. And then he just recovers drive gauge. Let's see. Good attempt on the low. He parries that. It's fine. No anti-air in the neutral jump. When you do that heavy kick and then they do neutral jump it, because Cammy moves forwards, it's usually a pretty easy spot to... I say easy, but it's a pretty... You're not going to whiff a DP. The heavy kick puts you in that range where you can... It should beat neutral jumps because of her DP, not lose to neutral jumps. So you've lost onus because of not anti-airing the neutral jump here. Instead of getting the corner like you would have gotten with DP into drive rush, whatever, Oki, or just regular Oki position, you lose more drive gauge here, and then take a throw here, so that was a detriment. And then he interrupts the... Yeah, so that was just him checking that. Let's see. Alright, round 2. Alright, what's gonna happen? Just random check. He does that. You do an acceptable conversion into the corner. I don't think that's like a high value place to use a level 1. And you could have gotten the corner without the level 1 and then saved it for whatever. Let's see. You got it crouch strong by itself. Was the opponent standing? You could have gotten back roundhouse into a level 2 route here. And that would have been stronger value proposition per resource spent. Would have done like that much damage or so, and built you a lot more super back. This is one thing I wanted to point out, that you did drive rush back roundhouse to punish it. Important thing to note about drive rush back roundhouse: when it is the first hit of a combo, it applies extra scaling. So if I were to do jump fierce back roundhouse into uppercut, it's 80% scaling, but if I just do back roundhouse into uppercut, also 80% scaling. You don't want to start combos with this. If it's the first hit, it applies much harsher scaling. So, yeah, weaker punish than it needed to be. Let's see. So yeah, anyways, this. How does he get out? It's fine. Giving them a lot of space, not being overly aggressive, but I mean he has DP'd a couple of times, but he DP'd probably arguably to his detriment, and it's not like you lost because of his tendency to DP, right? It's not like you were put on the back foot in the first round because of any reversal actions. Let's see, no cancel on that. You off of that low forward. You had enough drive gauge to go in off of it. So missed opportunity there on that one. That's fine. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. That'll happen sometimes. Dealing with Jinrai stuff. I mean, blocking it is just fine. Maybe, you don't want to necessarily with Cammy go for the guaranteed punish with the EXDP here, obviously, because you don't want to corner yourself and spend more drive gauge, but decent shimmy attempt, but you really have not thrown this guy very much. And players at this level and all this level will take a lot of fucking throws, because everyone's just gotten out of, like, everyone's just been dealing with fucking, like, 1600 MR or lower or whatever, that just, like, do set up into neutral jump for every fucking knockdown, so. Yep, multiple times so far in this match, you've been getting caught on the delay interactions. The hesitations and the delays have been getting you counter hit multiple times, so changes in button timings or changes in movement. Yeah, that just got checked. Yeah, press buttons, but Ken's lights, very, very easy for him to challenge and convert from it, so Cammy can't be like 0 or -1 and win light interactions against Ken. It's just not very doable, which makes dive kick weaker in the matchup. Yeah, so he knows what he's doing. He knows that he's just challenging. Yeah, another hezi, another delay. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it's awkward shit. No whiff punish on that. Another dive kick into another walk back, which is, I've pointed out your tendency to do jump ins or dive kicks or anything that's advantageous that gets you in. You sometimes press lights. Most of the time, the overwhelming majority of the time, you do walk back, medium, and a drive rush, regardless of how much gauge you have, or applying any other mix, or doing walk forward throws enough. So yeah, you definitely need to be walking forward and throwing more often, and yeah. But yeah, that decision plus the drive rush cancel to put you into burnout was what killed you there. No anti-air, horse, light into that, nice counter DI. What routing are you gonna go for? Acceptable routing. You don't have to spend drive gauge on this, and indeed it would, you know, not necessarily. You could have done just wait into stand heavy punch, charge heavy spiral arrow into that, and then you could have done whatever. That's fine. That's totally fine. He misses a conversion there, but again, you get caught on a hezi. You get caught on the little hesitation, and then his button timing comes out and catches you on counter hit. Wait a little. And I see you, I'm, you know, not dismissed for the fact that I saw you tried to walk forward and probably into a throw or something, but yeah, getting caught on some of these hesitations, too big of a gap or too small of a gap, etc. With dive kick. Dive kick is hard to use against Ken. It's just going to be a challenge. And yeah, I mean, Ken's buttons are just very frustrating on the ground. He has buttons for all sorts of situations, buttons for when he feels you're going to onerously approach, buttons for whatever. That's an incredibly fast sweep that blows up a lot of stuff. That is not a safe jump at all. That is just like a meaty, like, jump forward into whatever jab, crouch jab. So yeah, you just want to block that one. Yeah, and then that burnout, probably not a good idea at this point. Yep, can't punish that. Nice check. Let's see, off the counter hit, what did you check? What did you interrupt and at what spacing? You were close enough to get 3 lights. I think you could have run? Yeah. So you could have run, so you could have counter hit. Ideally, with peak performance, we would want to counter hit, confirm that into crouch strong, then we could have level 2'd for the kill. But this is fine, this is acceptable. And yeah. So he knows what he has to do there. Yep, no hit confirmed from this guy on that target combo, so you got away with that. Nice check, but not high damage for your drive gauge expenditure, etc. Yeah, no cancel on that earlier on. So yeah, drive rush cancel on this. Back strong would probably be better to check. It wouldn't allow you to check them low as easily. Now this is an instance where your conversion should have been different. Your conversion clearly should have been... No, actually, no, that's... Off of the low, that's the correct conversion relative to the current resources. When I went back and forward, I missaw the spacing. Let's see, it's just, you know, you need to do more, like, more options that are going to auto check the... You need to use a lot more crouch fierce in these instances, like do +2 into just crouch fierce, etc. Or, you know, whatever else. Just put in things that are going to, one, expand your arsenal and try to stop some of those slight hesitation buttons and things, and put different timings on them. But more importantly, you need to use options that are going to get you more reward for less drive gauge, because right now your offense is very skewed towards either very low reward off of like 3 lights into a medium spiral arrow, or very expensive drive gauge from a crouch medium punch, crouch medium kick, and a drive rush. And those are like your 2 main conversions that you get most frequently. That was nice. Let's see. I would have gone for, I think, level 1 route probably would have made more sense. That being said, you're not quite close enough to the corner that level 1 would have put him all the way into the corner. But you're also not high enough drive gauge or anything else to do a great level 2 route here in mid-screen. So yeah, it's just kind of a whatever route. That's fine. That doesn't, yeah, not close enough there. I would say the conversion off of this DI, you know what, in this instance, I would say level 3. Yes, I would say stand fierce, charge, spike, level 3 would have been the right option here. Put his drive gauge near death, do whatever, even up the life lead in a way. You're not in the right position or enough drive gauge to get a great level 1 or a level 2 route here. So yeah, just level 3, and then for the rest of the round, if you win the round, you'll have more time to build up more drive gauge or anything. You need to win this round, so... And your likelihood of getting another place to spend level 1 in this round is pretty low, relatively speaking. Like, it's not going to be worth it here, and then after this point, it doesn't really matter, because you won't need a super to kill him now. Yeah, another like, too instinctive on, like, always the crouch strong, crouch medium kick, and then you need to, like, expand more options than that. Like do more stand fierce into light knuckle, crouch strong into light knuckle, crouch strong by itself, and just use the pushback to look to whiff punish or set up a dive kick or approach or something. But yeah, just only doing 1 medium button into nothing or 1 medium button into drive rush is not enough of an arsenal to avoid these burnout situations and to get enough value from it, frankly. And also, more awareness of the opponent's likelihood of buttons. Now, Ken, difficult because he can just crouch jab and link his very far 5 frame stand light kick, but... Yeah, that was a result of burnout from a result of overt tendencies to use crouch strong in a panicky way and not having a big enough rotation of drive gauge positive options that you tend to go for in these instances. Like there. Like, okay, you had the drive gauge that one should have been into drive rush, but this crouch strong, that's fine. But again, your success rate on a lot of these mix-ups. Oh, and Bison, character with no invincible reversal, no EX, whatever, DP, no, so I don't agree with doing stand jab there. I mean, in general, I think that you need to, when you're doing it off of crouch strong, you need to make sure you're doing back strong and not stand jab more, so you can get +3 and you can deal a little bit more drive gauge damage and have a bit more time to lay the options in, but you're not mixing them effectively. This is a thing, I don't know if I pointed out in the previous video. I had some sections that I did not include, but this is not a strike mix, because when you do drive rush, stand jab, and a crouch light kick, let me demonstrate. If you do drive rush, stand jab, and a crouch light kick like you're doing, there's no gap. There's no gap. It's not a frame trap. So if you just do it into throw, or if you just do it into that, they can still mash, and you're not catching them, you know, you're not catching them doing whatever. So, again, transfer to this +3 instead of the stand jab +2, then you get other options. Slightly less of a gap to go for crouch fierce afterwards, etc. And you need to be succeeding in these mix scenarios. Like, they need to be yielding reward, and if they're not yielding a reward, you need to adjust your options and increase your level of threat. You don't need to guess right, but you need to play in a way that is more threatening, because a lot of the time you're spending tons of drive gauge and you're not getting really much out of it because the mix is just not killing the opponents. So yeah, a lot of people will do that. Bison, I've not labbed a ton. I literally haven't bought him, but I would imagine that he's a character that a lot of characters are going to, after blocking 2 lights, they're going to mash a light into like a safe special or something, if they have one. And that's true for Bison, that's true for a lot of these other characters. Light pressure is a bit trickier against characters that have like these like pretty good 4-framers into, or 5-framers into safe specials or whatever, because they're gonna block 2 lights and then press their button, and because you won't be able to confirm the 3rd light by itself into anything, without hard committing it into a drive rush cancel, which you're not liable to do after this, right? After you just put yourself at 3 bars, then this is a scenario that's going to happen frequently, which is why the back strong route and then into other pressure, into stand medium punch, stand light kick, into whatever else. That would probably run into a similar issue, but yeah, just part of the but yes, overall, case in point, so that one should have been canceled, but that one needed to be into back strong. And I say back strong, that's not even true. The point that I wanted to make initially is that if you're going against Bison and he has no fucking, and he doesn't have level 1, he has no super, and he has no EXDP or whatever, do a gap. Don't do stand jab. Do like stand fierce. Do stand medium punch. Do immediate throw. Do crouch fierce. Stuff like that. You know, the gap is no longer an issue because he has nothing invincible to punish you with, so make it a frame trap rather than just doing stand light punch. Use better buttons and stronger mix against the characters that you can get away with it, like Bison. Yep, just mistake on that. Let's see, in this instance, it's fine. Starting out with dive kicks would probably be better. Limit your exposure to anti-airs. Bison's as well. I don't know if Bison's crouch fierce anti-air knocks down on regular hit or if it needs counter hit. But if it requires counter hit, like some characters need, I would say when you do go for a normal jump, just empty jump unless you see that he's already whiffed something. Yeah, error. Yeah, you had an opportunity there. Yeah, uncertain about what to do in the pressure. Caught with a hezi, being pretty inactive and not forcing. Yeah, that was good. I like that. Yep. Yep. The knuckle's not going to do anything here. Yeah, I don't think there's much that this heavy spin knuckle would do in these in something like that.
What the fuck does his character do, man?
He's not going to do a Psycho Crusher, and in all likelihood he's going to Drive Rush, because his Drive Rush goes like full screen in like half a second, and then with the Drive Rush freeze he would probably see your stand knuckle or spin knuckle and then just interrupt it.
So because you're cringing from the fucking inside, I have to deal with it now? Like what?
Yeah, very stationary.
So because you're
Let's see.
So because you're cringing from the fucking inside, I have to deal with it now? Like what? How's that my problem now?
Yeah, characters with like those easy like long ass 5-frame and 6-frame lights that go into safe specials, especially ones that reach from very far away, pretty difficult to deal with. So, yeah. So there is clearly like, you know, new character, not sure what to do. Bad conversion, should have been into Spiral Arrow. Not used to the spacings that he puts you at. Not sure what to do. In these instances, I think I've mentioned this before, but in these instances, you just need to like run a basic but overall aggressive game plan when you're not sure what the character's doing or what is going to work or whatever. Just like default to like some autopilot game plan that broadly is effective, but skew towards aggressive more than passive. Like, passivity is great when you know everything that's likely to happen and you can anticipate it and react to it accordingly, and when you don't know the character very well that you're fighting against, that's just not possible. So, you know, be aggressive against things you don't know about.
Am I dead? Oh, I guess not.
Yep. So yeah, overall notes, basic notes, skew your offense towards higher value things like crouch fierce, especially more crouch fierce in pressure and in some of the close range. Skew your offense towards higher value things. Add more options that are drive gauge positive in mid-range. Check yourself when you default to walk back crouch strong, like off of jump ins and off of dive kicks and all these situations where you could pressure or you could walk up and throw. And again, offense, be obnoxious, force things, apply fear. Alright, the opponent has to be put into a detrimental situation. They won't just wind up in a situation where they open themselves up on their own. And yeah, so add a few more pressure and mid-range techniques to your arsenal. Obviously, we need the anti-airs as well, but that's not been as much of a concern, right, in these matches as it has been. Yep, no conversion off of that. That's fine, that was good. This was That was light knuckle, it looks like. You can do medium knuckle there, and it would do more distance and whatever. That one could have also been into light knuckle or into whatever else. Until he gets level 1, what is he going to do? Right? So... And you probably went for like a shimmy or something there, but again, you really need to throw these guys to the point that it makes them uncomfortable. Yeah, another plus on block dive kick, walk back. Now again, like sometimes it's just going to work. You always fight new players, new strangers who aren't used to whatever you do. Sometimes they walk back and they get clipped, but like even if that was successful, you know, it would be more valuable for your drive gauge landing a throw. Because a throw would be drive gauge positive and yield about the same damage. So just because it worked doesn't mean it was better than the throw, which probably also would have worked. And left you in a better position here. Yep, so that's good. And that should kill. Okay. No anti-air. And then indecision. Didn't need to get hit by that. Could have blocked it. That's fine. Yeah, reuse pressure is annoying. Yep, missed dive kick. No drive reversal on that low forward into drive rush when he had full drive gauge. When opponents have full drive gauge, you should probably, on a lot of situations where they don't get normal Oki, just expect that they're looking to do that and then just drive reversal them. Another wrong conversion should have been crouch fierce, stand fierce, target combo, etc. That has to be very close to the corner for it to not whiff like that. Yeah, there's nothing I see about the way that you apply offense in the mid-screen. Sometimes when you get them into the corner, your offense starts, like, shredding them. But in the mid-screen, your offense is very non-threatening. Yeah, no anti-air on that. Missed opportunity. That's fine, that's good. That should be good. Neutral jump would have been better. Neutral jump into stand fierce target combo, light spiral arrow, medium spike would have been better. Same there. Actually, what did you get off of this? Oh, confirmed crouch strong. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. I mean, the stand fierce target combo route would have been better, but nice. Yeah, that's good.
I gotta turn on the hello freshes in a second.
Now, you're not quite in mid-screen, but you probably could have cornered him or put him basically in the corner with the crouch fierce, stand fierce route. Again, there's only a small range where I recommend doing the combo that you've been doing. Because the crouch fierce, stand fierce, target combo, medium spiral arrow will corner from very fucking far away. Yeah, no walk forward throw there off of the plus dive kick. No reaction to parry the Ashigeki. Got hit by that. That would have probably done deal anyways. At this point, you were already pretty much fucked after this EXDP here. Yeah. EXDP, you're pretty much dead there, so. It wouldn't have been worth it to use a super to save yourself. Yeah, and I don't understand where you're placing some of these, like, you've adjusted your combos in a worse way now. and you haven't, like, the combos that you're doing now, you're not taking advantage of them in any way that those combos have benefits that the Stand Fierce target combo doesn't have. So you're doing this one, but you're not, like, landing aggressive mix off of any of your Oki setups and knockdowns and things. You're not, like, throwing them or catching them with, like, meaty crouch fierces or counter hits or whatever. Like, those things are just not occurring on your offense, ever. So, yeah. Good, proper punish. Maybe could have gone to level 2. Level 2 would have been good there. As in, stand, medium punch, punish, counter, background house, jump cancel, level 2. Alright, next hit should kill. Yeah. Modern fucking Geef. I'm gonna have a video out probably today on Cammy versus Zangief, because I play it all the time. Nice-oo. Yep, that's fine. That's, yeah. The light knuckle that'll happen to, the medium knuckle at only -2 will let you back jump or backdash a bit better. And it's hard to use heavy spin knuckle against his stand fierce and neutral. Yep, good. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, that'll happen sometimes. Okay, let's, like, micro-analyze this sequence. Yeah, that's fine. All this is totally good. Good space, a good prediction. That probably plus, but he would have needed to spend drive gauge anyway, so that is an acceptable place. That's off of his crouch light kick. Here, I'll explain this in the video I'm going to get to, but off of his, like, if he does do, like, crouch light kick, which he will usually do in a lot of these circumstances, most of the time they're going to default to crouch light kick, stand light punch, because it has the frame trap in it and whatever. So let's say they do that, like, you can put a delay jump like that, and then you'll block the stand jab, which is the only thing he can actually frame trap you with there, off of crouch light kick, is the stand light punch target rapid cancel, which only has one timing. There's only one timing it can hit, which is like that, for where it's like frame into frame. Whereas, like, if he does crouch light kick and then resets into an SPD, what is going on with my inputs? Significant gap. So if you just put in a delay, you block for a second, and then you jump out, little tap up, little tap to, or little, like, hold down, little tap up, then back to down, you should be able to avoid that circumstance. So let's see. Then he did, so he caught you with the stand jab into drive rush, which is totally fine and will happen sometimes. Then you held up on the crouch jab reset. He went for a knee for some reason. There's no reason for him to do that. Actually, I don't know what modern Geef loses. Let me check really quickly. Off the top of my head, I don't know what modern Geef loses. Okay, so he gets that, he gets that, he gets that. So he gets all the important stuff that he needs for lights, which a lot of characters don't do. He gets that, that. He loses both of his medium kicks? Why? Okay, fine. So he gets knee, and he gets hell stab, he gets stand fierce, he gets wheel kick, he gets headbutt, he gets crouch fierce, he gets sweep. Okay, yeah, he just loses standing heavy kick, which is not his most vital button to have. So, okay, yeah, so he does have access to headbutt. That's what I wanted to check. And he should probably have access to stomps. What is his stomp input? Does he get stomps? Machine gun chop. Flying body press. Okay. Oh, he also loses his useless drop kick. That's fucking amazing. Okay, so he does not get stomps, which, again, doesn't really matter that much. In this instance, he should have actually hit you for a lot more damage because he should have done headbutt and not forward medium kick here off of this crouch jab. And his headbutt would have clipped you for a lot more damage. But yes, when he's hitting you like this, there's not much that he can frame trap you with, especially when he's low on drive gauge or whatever. So holding up, very, very, very good decision there. Not optimal combo, though. I would say the most, like, resource optimal combo would be just to do this into back roundhouse, into drive rush, stand heavy punch, light, fucking whatever. But if you didn't want to do that, then if you had 4 bars, which you did, I would recommend doing this, which still would be worth it, and it's not that bad to put yourself low on drive gauge. You can ski so long as you have him cornered. Yep, that's good. Not optimal. And won't kill as a result. So if you die here, entirely your fault for the suboptimal combo. But he did a suboptimal punish as well there. Yeah. Okay. So again, like I said, with the level 3 or the level 2 routings, if you're having 2 drive rush cancels in the corner, just do that. Just do that. Very basic, simple. That will be your optimal. What you did was like... What did you do? Did you do... Stand fierce into crouch fierce or into drive rush roundhouse? Yeah, you did... Okay, so you did this. So I'll demonstrate... You did 4-5-5-8 instead of 4-7-1-2. Not to mention the fact that you cornered yourself as a result. Which wouldn't have happened even if you had failed to kill, which wouldn't have happened for the actually optimal route. Anyways, next round. Putting in that gap there, that's fine. That will just happen. That's totally fine. That'll just happen. He has to spend a lot of drive gauge for that to do that. Yeah, knee, neutral. Definitely could have been a stronger conversion there. You want it to be. And then probably some indecision on your part by noticing the fact that you missed an opportunity to get a strong combo and corner carry. You then immediately went into a drive rush cancel that was maybe not the most optimal in that circumstance. Heavy spin knuckle I don't recommend in this matchup. Let's see. Yeah, stand medium punch. When you're not in a range for him to do, like, whatever else. What did you do there? When you're not in a range for him to do, like, SPD or something, then I think trying to fish for parry on the second hit of stand medium punch target combo is fine. That was fine. Yep, good jump. That, needlessly dangerous because, like, what he's gonna do, like, one of, two things. Like, you either have to throw him to death here, or do crouch fierce, but if you're worried about a wake-up, this would have still gotten hit by the wake-up level 3 anyways, so... Like, I don't agree with this kind of, like, hezzy, whatever, not taking a meaty. You want to do the Crouch Fierce on block, so you steal some of his drive gauge and start rebuilding your own better, and fish for a strong hit. Or you want to throw loop him to death to force things to happen. You don't want to do this kind of walking back and forth against these mostly passive opponents who only sometimes get hit by mediums into drive rush that take a lot of your drive gauge away. Yep, that's a guess. He should have killed you there with a stronger SPD. Yep, so yeah, that's a guessing situation. That's fine. Yeah, Cammy's DP, not fantastic against Zangief in a lot of these circumstances. And in this instance, this is just a scenario that if you play against a lot of Zangief players, you'll see them do a lot, which is SPD, drive rush, stand light kick into DI. So you should have known that EXDP would not win there. Because Zangief players do that exact thing a lot. Alright, well, clearly the mistake was the missed dive kick, but... That's amazing. Yeah, that's fine. His offense is like a little broken at parts. Let's see. He lands just knee by itself. That'll happen. You did crouch jab. I don't agree with the crouch jab. There's nothing in this matchup. Let's see. You like, you know, you did like what? Like you blocked. Oh, you did stand heavy kick on block and then you did crouch jab. That won't work in this matchup. There's not like a button interaction or that will be good. He's either going to do stand medium punch, which will blow that up, or he's going to do knee, which will blow that up, or he's going to do stand fierce, which if he does the uncharged version, like that won't work. But yeah, I'll come out with my other video in a bit. In this instance, if he's doing fake drive rush shit, which is true on hit as it is on block as well, if the Zangiefs, you know, are going for their drive rush conversions as they are wont to do. Off of that, that is still -9 for Zangief. So, if the soonest that he can block, so make sure that you're buffering in those DPs there. He did that, so make sure you're buffering in those DPs and supers on those cheeky reset attempts. Anyways, yeah. Stand roundhouse. Crouch jab. Crouch jab. Mistake. Crouch jab, I would say, broadly fucking not good in this matchup. Stand jab is a bit better. Yeah, that should have been an EXDP. And then he caught you there. That should have been a jump back. Yeah. A jump back or a jump forwards. Because if he had done an SPD here, it would have caught you. And if he had done a strike, it probably... The strike off of that crouch light kick there, you should have held up or... Up back. Up back would be safer because if you up forward or neutral jump, he could probably still anti-air you with EX Lariat and kill you from here. But up back, you would have been relatively safe from that. Or at least rely more on the opponent's skill level for that. Yeah, that'll happen. The wake up crouch strong, I don't think... merits anything valuable here. If you're gonna do a wake up button in this situation, I would say crouch medium kick or just something else entirely. Like stand light kick would be good. Stand light kick is broadly good in this matchup if you want to just check stuff. That is just tragic. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's also fine. Need to throw these guys more, so you need to do like drive rush into immediate throw or walk up throw. Yeah, that was a alright attempt. Punish that. Nope. Didn't need to be drive rush. In fact, shouldn't have been drive rush. At the very least, just like DI is an instinct to that. He should have killed you there, but it's fine. Broad tip, and I don't know if this applies to all Zangief players or like modern Zangief players or whatever, but Zangiefs, when they throw out this forward medium kick, which is a really fucking good button now, when they throw out this forward medium kick, they never know how close they're going to be when it lands. Sometimes they'll catch the startup frames of a button early, sometimes it'll hit very late, so they never know whether or not they're going to be plus or minus off of it. And it's difficult for them to have already prepared the right timing for an SPD. Like, if they don't even know if it's going to be plus or not, there's no reason for them to pump an SPD. So a lot of the times, Zangiefs will not be prepared to SPD immediately off of knee unless it's in a setup where they know exactly what's going to happen. Yep, that's good. Level 1 would have been good there. That's fine. No anti-air, and then that's rough. Yeah. Alright, that's good. Let's see. Yeah, no anti-air there. But I think you could have killed him, which you probably should have. Yeah, that'll hit. Okay. Alright, another Geef. Cool. Wait, is this the same guy? No.
Intercept preparations. Complete.
Yep, should have been an uppercut off of that. Want to be confirming those slides and uppercuts when they hit. Even in mid-screen, it's still more worth it to take the damage from the uppercut. Yep, that needs to be into a crouch medium punch. When you land that crouch fierce, you need to be getting higher reward from these scenarios where you're fishing for higher reward. So it should have been crouch strong, and it should have been a drive rush cancel. Again, I don't know what you were looking for there. You kind of just, like, sort of hesitate in front of his face and then backdash. That would have gotten hit by, like, anything he decided to do on Wake Up. It would have gotten hit by forward jump. Would have given you trouble to anti-air if he just held up forward. Would have gotten hit by Wake Up SPD, Wake Up low short. Knee is something they'll throw out very randomly at very different spacings because it's broadly powerful in a lot of spacings. It is 33 frames total. Gotta make sure you're whiff punishing that when it happens. Yep, no reaction to the overhead. Ideally, okay, so should have been blocked. Better than that, should have been parried. Better than that, should have been DI'd. Yeah, need to be whiff punishing that. Random knees. They're going to do it all over the place because it's safe at point blank range and it's active for a mile. Anyways, what happened next? And you got to be like moving in a way that your hits are more likely. Like if almost every single crouch medium punch or crouch medium kick that you land in neutral is on block, and then you get like pretty weak pressure afterwards. Sometimes maybe you land a low into like a small combo or whatever, but the fact that you are not getting a lot of these random low medium kicks on hit, and you didn't there, but the fact that you're not getting a lot of these crouch medium kicks on hit when you're just playing it in neutral tells me that you're not integrating other aspects into your play that make them feel buttonsy or feel like walking backwards enough that you can check them, that you're not getting their button timings and spacings, and instead they're just they kind of get when and where you're going to walk forward, medium, and then drive rush. And so they just sit there and block it.
Intercept preparation.
Nice, ooh, that should kill. Yep, that'll be good. Nice. Knocked down. That one should have been into drive rush, in my opinion. You weren't close enough in the corner for level 1 to reach, but that should have gone into drive rush, stand jab, stand fierce, target combo, etc. again, you want to fight for as much screen position as possible so that if you do get burnt out or anything like that, you have a ton of room to back off and pump level 1 for any of his drive rush or forward heavy kick approaches or forward medium kicks. And, yeah, play with space a lot. So, spending drive gauge when you have full drive gauge on a light conversion to get, like, double the corner carry or more, very worthwhile. Yeah, no whip punish on that with a roundhouse. That's fine. Should have been back rolled. That crouch strong that you're throwing out does not interact with his buttons in that way. That's gonna. Yeah, you put that crouch strong out there. Yeah, it's fine. Also should have been into a drive rush combo. Yeah, that's good. Should kill. Yep. Didn't use supers. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, that crouch strong you're getting out there. Don't even bother. Do stand light kick, do crouch medium kick, standing medium kick. You need the more range. You don't need the crouch strong. Yeah, these buttons that you're throwing out, this like random sweep and shit, I totally agree with. This shit, way, way better. And like, Geef is not going to yield as high of reward unless you are closer and get counter hit by his random buttons. And the other things he has threatening, like if he sometimes throws out a stand heavy punch and it counter hits you and knocks you down, he doesn't get Oki from that. The only thing threatening that he gets is corner carry, which means that so long as you're fighting for corner carry every moment that you get, then if you get tagged by a couple random stand heavy punch, counter hit stand heavy punches from him, it's no problem. So long as the corner carry doesn't add up to him being in the corner. So again, you want to corner him as much as possible. And then you get to play with space in a way that is very difficult for him to deal with.
Intercept preparation.
No anti-air. Alright. Low forward would have been safer option there than crouch strong. Yeah, kill. Alright, next round. Alright, nice conversion. The super I don't agree with. That was like the most scaled thing I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, no real value off of that. Would have been better to just wait and try to fish for a light confirm into super or something after the fact. Yep. Yep, that's good. And then back roll? No, you definitely want to be back rolling that. You definitely want to, you don't want to know neutral tech off that and then have to block his shit when he drive rushes in. So that is totally fine, but you have to back roll that shit. Yeah, when you neutral jump is also quite good against Zangief's stand heavy punch, but you did the exact correct thing here, which is jumping heavy kick. Jumping heavy kick cannot lose to his standing heavy punch. There is physically no interaction where it will lose to his heavy punch. If it does armor, then you will always 100% of the time have time to DI when you land and punish his charge heavy punch. Anti-air? Nope. He's not going for deadly enough mix that he should be. There. Okay. 2 points. 1, do not use jump heavy punch. So that's fine. Okay, point A, don't use jump heavy punch in this matchup. Let me actually demonstrate. I can demonstrate this immediately. Do not use jump heavy punch, just use roundhouse. If Kimmy jumps with jump fierce at the apex of its height, punish counter. Because it hits low enough that Cammy is high enough in the air when it makes contact with the armor that she's not able to land, and you can let go of the armor and then do that. Any other jump button that she has doesn't have that issue. She can land and block. So don't use jump heavy punch, use roundhouse, and then if it's armored, you are guaranteed to be able to do DI when you land and punish it. So, 2 mistakes there. 1, the jump heavy punch, and then 2, not DIing the stand fierce anti-air. Let's see. What was your routing? This might kill anyways, but Oh, yeah. Weak routing. Yeah. Bad routing. Should have just done into another crouch fierce, stand fierce, charge, spiral, heavy spike at that point. He has a lot of health, so he might not be dead, yeah. That's fine. Yeah, definitely want to be holding up at that point. I mean, this is like a guessing situation, but holding up would have been the relatively safer option. Because then you would have to do crouch short, stand jab, EX lariat into level 3, which would have done much, much less damage than what this is going to do. Nice. I would check drive rushes with crouch light kick or stand light kick. Preferably stand light kick. Yeah, you don't want to be crouch jabbing in that matchup. There's not that many interactions where it'll win against his buttons. Zangief's buttons do not have the same hurt boxes that most of the cast do. Anyways, I think that's good for now. So yeah, major points. Skew your offense towards using higher value things. You gotta be getting, when you get those crouch heavy punches on hit, gotta be getting those into crouch medium punch, or if it's a counter hit, stand heavy punch. You've skewed a lot of your combos into doing the drive rush stand heavy punch into the back medium punch target combo into the spike or something, or into level 1. Those are not good values. In like sometimes they like the stand heavy punch back medium punch target combo route is like good, but a lot of the time if you can corner with the corner carry of the target combo route, just do that. And there's not much value in doing that into level 1. Choose level 1 in different options in different places. You need to be applying the pressure with crouch fierce, stand fierce into light knuckle, stand fierce by itself, stand fierce button, stand fierce heavy knuckle. Like buttons that scare the opponent more. Buttons that when they block them, like stand fierce and crouch fierce, so they're like, God, I don't want to block 2 or 3 of these in a row. Or walk up throws in a way they're like, God, this is fucking annoying. He's just going to throw me to death. Shit, I'm going to die. Those are the things that need to be in the opponent's mind while you're applying offense. And you need to be looking back and seeing, like, in your matches, what degree of, like, relative... Like, how frequently is your Oki actually yielding reward? Very infrequently. So... Anyways, be obnoxious, force things. If an opponent doesn't have an EXDP, doesn't have an invincible super, and or won't use them to check your fake drive rushes, put in fake drive rushes. Do crouch fierce, drive rush, stand heavy punch, or crouch heavy punch, etc. That kind of thing, or into immediate throw. Be obnoxious, force things. Add more pressure techniques that aren't reliant on just doing a medium into drive rush cancel. Alright. So those are the main points. Anti-airing, as always. So, anti-airing. Major points.